Yeah.
When I saw your car, I was like, ooh. Thank you all for coming. We'll go ahead and get started. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico and the symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures. Okay. Approval of the agenda. I'll move to approve the agenda as presented. Motion by Mrs. Esquivel. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Della O. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. We'll move on to item number 3, approval of minutes for the regular meeting of November 18th, 2024.
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Motion,
written.
sorry. Motion by Mrs. Cole. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Plowman. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Item number 4, reports. Dr. Lucas?
Any questions for Ryan on the operations report?
No, I just want to say thank you for, starting to get all the quotes and stuff out that we discussed in our last meeting. You're always right on it. Thank you.
For building reports, we'll start with Susan.
Oh, does anybody have any questions like that? So I can just sit there.
You can just say. You can say.
If you have questions, and everybody comes to us.
Oh, I was like, you can sit down. We
No,
chill.
that's okay, that's fine.
The
No,
last
it's
one
not
of the year.
the part of it. We're just wrapping up the year. We've had a lot of trainings this month. And tomorrow, somebody from, the PSB, which is the Priority School Bureau, is going to be coming down with a banner to show, to celebrate and take a picture for the state that we have moved from the CSI school to a traditional school. So they'll be there tomorrow taking a picture.
Yay.
Awesome. Good job.
Will they share that picture with you so we can put it in the newspaper?
Yes.
Ryan's gonna be all over that, right, Ryan? You're gonna be all over that picture?
Lay across the bottom.
And Raquel is out sick today, so any questions for hers?
I requested numbers for the testing for that field trip that they took to see how many
Okay,
kids were in athletics. I think it was about 3 months ago,
Okay.
and haven't had a response from her. And I just wanted to see the average of athletic students that went on that trip.
Okay. I'll get with her as soon as she gets back.
Okay, sounds good, thank you.
Any other questions, comments?
No, I just want to highlight, so anybody that's listening can remember that we have our spelling bee there at DTMS on the 18th at 9 o'clock. And then their graduation is going to be on the 19th at 9. And so I'll
Okay.
be there.
Okay. Scott?
Good evening, members of the board, President Samuel, Superintendent Dr. Lucas. Like I say, we're just getting ready to close up shop for the year. So we have finals this week. We postponed some of our maps testing till after the break just to do some circumstances. We actually qualified again for our quiz bowl to go to Chicago.
Oh, nice.
Do they need a chaperone?
I'm going to this one.
Our kids did well, but I think what happened is that we were just competing against big schools. And so I guess they kind of just, made it work to where you guys qualified for the small schools, so we qualified again, so they're gonna start.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So that'll be 2 years in a row, so that's a good deal, so, just highlighting all the students there. We'll be going to a science Olympiad in January, or February. So, they'll be getting ready for the science Olympiad in February, I think it's Ruidoso, no. Lovington.
Dang it. I was gonna be like, I'll go to that one too.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna see how that works out there, and that'll be Mrs. Kwame and Mrs. Silk will be gearing that up. We had a presentation last week, regarding sexually transmitted diseases for all of our students, and even no calls from parents, so everything was good. Because they were graphic. I mean, they showed what can happen and talked about what can happen, so.
And what was that? Just kidding, I'm just playing.
It was an hour first, so.
Positive.
I can't believe this, so it was good. And then, joining Kurt, Mark Chavez again, and, the police departments, local, county, state, everybody, and, went to all the schools, and we had a little, sent some kids to shop with the cop last week, kind of do a little differently. They kind of get some information from us, we send them information, and they go and shop, and they bring the kids over there, so that was nice. We did that, and, other than that, we're just. That's it.
Hi guys, the meeting's over.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Any questions or concerns?
No.
Thank you all for your hard work. You're halfway there.
Thank you, Jesus.
We got a game tomorrow, our girls' last game until we come back from break, so we'll get that Saturday, guys. What?
No?
We come back that Saturday. Moving the floor.
Yeah, but we're not back in school yet, you're correct. We're not back till January, how's that till next year? But our boys play tomorrow, here at Tier C, girls go to Cobra, and then we play Friday. The boys go to Cobra and play Friday too. Girls don't play Friday, just the boys. I sent you guys some brackets and stuff, if you have brackets. If you guys need any other kind of brackets, just email me and I'll forward everything to you, that's not a big deal. I did email you today, they already changed the times on the cross track.
I didn't even.
Yeah, cause I know you go to those, out of town games.
Mhm.
So they changed the times on that bracket. Our bracket's done, but I think I already sent you guys our brackets. Our bracket is done. We have 8 teams in ours, and we play that on the 9th. So we'll play the game on the 4th, and then we have the 9th for our tournament, the Stampede. And then our girls will be going the following week to reserve to play in theirs. And that's the one I sent you, not top rope reserve.
No, I got
Okay, the next time, football, we're done now finally. Victor Valdez got to play an all-star game. He represented us. Yeah, really good. I've had a lot of their coaching staff called me, personally called me, and said, "What a great young man," and I thought that was pretty classy. And he did get to play a lot, made some tackles, and made a lot of good friends, and I think that was awesome. I'm proud of Victor. He was the only one we done an all-star game. I was hoping to get one more in, but it didn't happen. It just happens to be because we do all-star game from 6-man all the way to 3A. So it's hard to get kids in. Not a lot of people.
A lot of space.
Yeah, not a lot of spacing and to get a kid in. And so anyway, that's that. You guys have any questions on anything?
Coach,
Yes.
tell about the ref that called from the state tournament for the volleyball girls.
Oh, yes. And then we had
I forgot about that.
we had a ref that when we played our state volleyball tournament, we had a ref call. And I think this is pretty classic too. But we have great kids. You guys know that. Gosh, I love our kids. The ref called and just bragged a lot about our team and our coaches and our volleyball players and just the class act they were and how they played, how hard they played, and it was nice having them back at the tournament. He just went on and on. It was really nice, and it just goes to show. And it's the same thing. We get emails, and I probably don't brag about that enough. But like on restaurants and stuff, when we go eat, they'll call or they'll send emails bragging about our kids and how we handle things and our kids. We have 3 kids. But the ref, that was the first, that was kind of cool. But anyway, and he's a Hall of Fame ref too. He's a pretty good one. But anyway, thank you for reminding me of that one, boss. Anything else?
An email would have been nice, Robertson.
The email, an email to me
An email
before.
would have been
I
like-
know.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, we'll talk about
No,
this later.
no.
Just kidding.
We're not like Adams, we don't brag about
That's right.
Off the record.
Yeah, off the record. Guys, you have any other questions? So, the softball, baseball, I'm close. Softball, I'm waiting because we do have a hole because we lost one team in districts. And I'm having a hard time filling that spot. But once I get that done, yeah, we'll be moving. Baseball's pretty much done the schedule.
Oh, there's your all-star player.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
just brag about you and you show up and you come late. Anyway, so I'll get that to you guys ASAP. As soon, well, for sure by the next board meeting, we'll have them done hopefully. When is the next board meeting before I say that?
Until January.
Third Monday in January.
Next-
Yeah, I should have that.
Next year.
Next year.
Because next year. Any other questions?
No, sir. Thank
I
you.
do,
Yes.
like always.
Yes, go ahead.
What is it gonna take for us to get the Lady Fiesta back?
Get teams to want to come.
And can we get like, okay, let's just say like not small schools, but can we get their JV to come and play with us or, you
I
know?
would do that, but this is the thing. Our basketball coaches don't want to play GBs. They don't, because that takes up their schedule. They don't want to play GBs. They want to play varsity games. They don't want to have host a tournament here
Just for
JV
JVs.
teams.
I-
And I would rather as a coach, and I understand our coach, Coach Ron, his thought on that. He'd rather go play at a tournament where he plays the other teams
Mhm.
and varsity teams, so it helps us for the playoffs. But
And then the dates, right?
the
That's
date
another
kills
one
us.
too.
I would like to, the only thing I could think of what we could do, and I thought about this a lot, is we combine the two. Because then we can get schools, like our size, they could bring one bus and do both boys and girls.
Yeah,
The
that's
problem is,
Another gym.
the gym, so we would have to start at noon, we can't get refs at 3.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it causes a lot of problems. The Fiesta, guys, if you, man, I beg people, I was begging, calling on the phone, calling out favors, and I just ran out of favors. It was good teams to come, the girls was hard to fill.
Yeah.
And the boys, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe the food's better, I don't know. I don't know, I mean, just what, I'm making that up, it's not the
Just
truth.
kidding.
But the boys, I've had no problem with filling the last 2 years. But 3 years ago, remember, we had the boys with 6 teams, and that was hard.
Mhm.
But now we're back to 8. I was kind of worried because I couldn't get a hold of Bach, Bacheloris. I couldn't get a hold of them. And finally, the new coach came in, and he did send this, and he knows that that's translated.
And with Arizona, the reason why Duncan was having a fit like 7 years ago here at the Lady Fiestas because of the Mexico teams, right, or something?
Yes, and okay, on Arizona, like for right now, I'm waiting for them to call me on softball. Arizona does different. The ADs don't schedule. So it'd be like NMAA scheduling all my schedules. They don't schedule. So what they do, if they have a big rival, so for football for us, for instance, we pick, and this has changed in Arizona. This is another problem, because I could have got Wilcox, I could have got Benson, I could, all these teams here, but I can't do it now. They limit them to one tournament, and then, they have to put in that it's a rival, and they get one rival to pick during their season. So like Duncan's rival is us for football, and so that's their one game that they get that Arizona doesn't pick. And basketball's the same way, and I'm begging for softball because I'm short on that. Anyway, on softball, I gotta figure out 4 games in softball right now. It's hard. It's hard. I hate playing there again. I'm gonna have to schedule JV teams, and I hate doing that without varsity.
Another thing is, El Paso has a lot of charter schools,
Mhm.
and Deming plays them all the time, and Deming smokes them. So,
Right.
they might be willing to have.
I have tried them too. Like when we're struggling for girls, I was reaching, there was a single private or charter school in El Paso I didn't call, not one. I called every one of them. And I have friends that coach over there at some of those schools, like Cathedral, and they're my old coaches, my assistants, and they won't do it. I've tried,
Yeah.
but, I wish I could get the Fiesta back.
And then also I'd like to see a girls tournament here for the junior high. I know boys had hosted.
The boys, I think,
Two times?
are we not hosting the girls this year?
No,
No.
I think TRC has it,
Oh,
This
seriously.
year.
So we'll have it the next year then.
because I know they're doing
We
really
should
well
watch it.
this year, the girls. If you guys haven't seen them,
Doesn't
go check it out.
Yeah, it rotates. It does. Our girls should have it. Our girls probably should have it. the
And then
following
if they need volunteers, I'm pretty sure like the basketball girls could step in,
Oh,
either the
absolutely.
clock or reffing or
Oh,
whatever it is. Because I've seen it at other schools that
No, they
their
do,
girls get
especially
their
the junior
kids.
highs. Yep. They're junior highs thing right now.
Mhm.
So hopefully.
All right, that's all.
Anything else? Thank you for the questions. Thank you guys.
Just on another note, just a reminder, if we can keep watch on those side doors to make sure that people are going around and that we don't have to come in to the sides. Just because I know it's starting that, we don't want to start that up
Yeah,
again.
we usually sit, like, I'll sit down there because, like, at the side doors, and I'll kind of watch that, because from there, I can see everything, and then the one camera, I have the camera on my phone, I can see the one camera at the front doors. So from that spot, I see everything in the doors. The only ones that are allowed to come in are coaches and players, athletes, that are current athletes. Like, so if I have a kid that comes in that's not an athlete, and I pretty much know them all, obviously, I send them back out and go around. So, I don't know, I think we're pretty good on it. And then Ms. Stewart.
We let coaches' families come in that way.
Yeah, we have coaches, yeah, and,
Well, I think they should go around though, I mean,
Yeah.
to the front.
unless you show up, Cameron.
Honestly, I think all of them should go through the front doors, but just as a safety precaution. That's all.
Okay, next up is truancy. High school had 23 contacts between calls and letters. RVT had 10 and DPMS had 20 for a total of 30, so a total of 53 contacts for truancy this month, or last month, rather. Any questions on that? The numbers are better than last year.
Yeah,
so-
since they're
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
less than previous years.
That's all of the reports then.
And for public forum?
Nobody.
No.
None of the kids want to talk? Just kidding.
Diego start.
Are they talking now?
No.
No.
Okay.
Why not? We'll give them the floor.
Yeah, I know. So we'll move on to item number 6, Board of Education issues.
Right, just to remind, Board Member Institute Santa Fe for legislative February 13th through 15th.
I'll be going to that one,
Okay.
for sure.
When the registration opens, we'll send out an email and,
I really like that one. I don't know about you
Yeah.
guys.
well, and it's a chance to meet with legislators.
Item number 7, consent agenda. Oh, yeah. I think that the county or somebody.
Hidalgo
is doing-
County
Yes.
did.
Right,
I don't
yeah,
know if
and then
they
we've started
reached out
for
for seeing if
the,
there's
like
any
last
students
year,
going.
yeah. Yeah, we
It's
had
student
some.
council.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
I'm not
wanted to see
mistaken.
if anybody was going with.
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, it'll be probably the same group as last year. I know.
No, that's on the January, the last Friday of January,
Yeah, I thought it was the 20th, somewhere around there, yeah.
because I'll be up there already for clerk's affiliate. And they told me that's gonna be the 24th
Okay.
of January.
Just wondering if we had representation.
Okay, item number 7, consent agenda. A, approval of accounts payable and payroll liability transactions.
You have a floor, Brian? Just-
Yeah. Any questions on any of the checks?
I don't see my name on here, so I guess they must not check. Do we usually have all these scholarships on here for some reason? I thought they just did it like on their, like, do we take care of the scholarships?
Some we do, some we don't. It just depends on how each individual scholarship is set up.
I don't have any other questions.
I make a movement
Movement
on here. I make a motion to accept the accounts payable as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Motion by Mrs. Cole, seconded by Mrs. Esquivel. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. We'll move on to approval of budget adjustment requests.
Okay, so we have 4 requests. They're all transfer, I believe. The first one is fresh fruit and vegetables, just a reorganization of the funds. And we just broke it down, because it was just assigned to the district. The way they awarded the money was by campus, so we just kind of rearranged it by campus. The next one is another fresh fruits and vegetables, and again, it's just part of the fresh fruits and vegetable grants is allowed to go to help pay for food service salaries, so we added that in there, so that's transfer for that.
Dr. Lucas, on that one, we know how you said it transferred to the different schools.
Uh-huh.
So will we be changing that one from Central Elementary to DTMS?
Yeah, it should be DTMS, yeah, just DTMS.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure, because I knew we had,
Right, because it is
Join
just
the two.
DTMS, but even the state, you know, on that, and not to get off tangent, but the state doesn't have all our campuses, like when we do plans, they're still asking for Central, and we have to tell them, no, we're still in Central, so.
I will say, ooh.
Takes a little while for it to trickle down. But that's the way the grant came in, that's the way the award letter came in, so that's the way we had to do it. And then the next one is, for Title I, moving stuff out of software and putting it over into professional development. And it's just a transfer bar. And then the last one was just moving money. We had contracted services that we no longer have, and it's moving money out of that, out of the family income index that we use for contracted services and spreading it out to salaries and expenses for non-contracted employees. Any questions on any of those?
I make the motion to approve the budget adjustment request.
Motion by Mrs. Esquivel. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Mr. Della O. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. We will move on to item number 8, discussion items.
All right, so the first one is just a reminder for the superintendent evaluation. It'll be on the agenda for the next board meeting, which is the 20th. So if you could have those done probably by the 14th, so Ryan and Barb can kind of get them compiled into one, so January 14th. And if you have any issues or anything with it, get in touch with Ryan and he can help with it or resend the links or whatever we need to do.
I thought it was every 2 years.
No,
we
it's every
change it
year.
Every year.
Yeah, it's every year.
Alrighty.
Okay, and then the next one is discussing a possible bond election. We mentioned it last year. So what we'll be eligible for without increasing taxes is about 3.2 million, 2.25 million, somewhere around there. That amount would do a lot of things. So we need to start coming up with ideas. I know we need to redo the turf on the baseball field. If we want to do anything with the softball field, if we want to do anything like the sound or the stage at the high school, maybe making it more professional where if there were ever performances or anything, I don't know whether it's there. But it has to be like building type of, we can't buy vehicles, we can't pay teacher salaries, we can't do anything like that. It has to be physical.
Physical.
Right. So, and I can put it on again for the agenda next year, but just be aware, we need to have, because next school board's election is coming up November, right? Next November. So we have to have it on the agenda by then. So probably by March or April, we need to have an official resolution with the question and everything to get it to the county in time to get on the ballot.
So it doesn't have to be a special election, it can go on the.
No, as long as we get it done, if we don't get it on this time, then we have to do a special election.
That would be the
And it's
mail-in
mail-in.
ballot.
Yes,
Right.
but hopefully they get rid of special elections.
Yeah.
Have it all in one. They need to.
Yeah.
Because it's much easier.
Yes.
Would there be any way to get ideas from each school?
Mhm.
Of
Like
potential,
physical.
let's do their needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the greenhouse? Sorry. Nothing? You never,
Revitalized it.
No,
It needed repairs, right?
the greenhouse is there, but it's
maybe that's something we could.
Just there.
not utilized as well as it should be.
Okay.
Lack
There'd
of
be something
funds.
there then.
That's something we could talk about.
There's grants for the
There
greenhouse.
Maybe.
There was grants during
There was during
COVID,
COVID
right?
for outdoor learning.
Mhm.
For outdoor recreational stuff.
Yeah, outdoor classroom.
Yeah.
And we can look into find things to do
Use
too.
restrooms, so they can run into the building.
Outdoor restrooms,
Oh,
like that
nice.
restroom facility.
Oh,
Yeah,
out there
that
at the
would
playground area.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Put that on the list.
It's a long way to go when you're little.
be- Yeah.
Those little feet can only go so fast.
It's long for adults, not for the kids. But,
Yeah, I think it would be good to get a list.
Okay.
And then we
Yeah,
can,
that would be-
Everybody have
Yeah.
their
Mhm.
administration bring in
schools.
their wish list.
Yeah.
See if Santa wants to bring it.
Yeah.
I think
Like
Just-
presents.
when you put it out, you want to kind of keep it
Very broad. I mean,
general to
Yeah.
where you're not restricted to
Right.
where we have to do it in the house.
right. And that's the way we
we usually
do the question is very broad. So we have, but
It's
just
good to
so we
get
know what we're gonna
The
do.
dream wish list, but
Right.
don't tie your hands
Yeah.
up
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
But also know that we can do it.
Yeah, but it's good to know what the
Yeah.
public wants to
Mhm.
support, because that's ultimately what we voted.
Right.
And then you had asked a question about a grant for, I have a school that gets like a farm to school grant that maybe I can look into. I didn't even know we had a greenhouse but I can look into that and see if maybe that's something.
Then we'll extend your contract for another year.
We'll
We'll talk about it later.
Johnny's got a green thumb, so Johnny's
I
got
can look at that. But yeah, I didn't even know we had a greenhouse.
But
And
it's
it
a
would be
small-
good, and that way the kids would have, and they could,
And then
vegetables, they could even maybe take something out of their greenhouse and because Gutierrez could have them prepare.
And that's why it's important for us to go to
Legislative.
legislative, to talk to our senators and representatives so we can try to pull more money in for our district.
I hear they have like an extra $1 billion this year.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're talking about now, I think there's talk, and again, Probably shouldn't, but anyway,
We'll talk about it in February. when we're over
55,
there.
65, 75,
Yeah.
and a 6, I think 3% raise overall
For school?
for all staffs, yeah. And then,
Across the board.
minimum teacher, yeah,
Always.
55, 65, 75 for the 3 levels.
Will they be
With an
putting
increase in
funds
budget?
towards it? Are they going to
They're
have
supposed
the,
to, but they.
are they gonna have the schools try to figure out how to stretch their budgets again?
Yeah, no, it'll be both. Because they
Like
never
a
do it.
reimbursement?
The teachers
Yeah.
and the staff deserve the raises.
Right,
The state really needs
they need
to
to fund it 100%.
put in
Right.
into the bucket.
Hopefully they don't try to play with the calendars.
Right.
Mm. Oh, yeah,
Let's leave,
that's probably what
let's
she's gonna
leave our
do, like,
schools at our
Yeah.
discretion.
We'll pay you more if you get this calendar.
Yeah. So any other questions on the bond or anything?
no, just get our terms on it.
Item number 9,
Well, you can all the way to the bottom.
are we done?
Yep.
Mama, you can skip all
With
that.
all business taken care of, the meeting is adjourned
Okay.
at 6:29.
Guys, don't forget to sign in so that way,
Yeah, be sure to credit.
and take your agendas with you so that you know who you're here.
How much credit are you guys
I thought
getting?
they were gonna present.
I know, we thought they were gonna have